Everyone, this afternoon I'm going to show you a card, which is a card as well as it has a bookmark on it. So my thanks goes to Karen Titus. This is on her YouTube channel. She showed this card originally. I've adapted it to English measurements. So this one is using the Easter stamp set, which is called Easter Bunny from the annual catalogue. And I've used this sitting bunny, but this bunny goes with a punch. But this one you can just use on its own. So basically the card is like that, and then you just pull off the bookmark like that, and then it says you're a friend like no other, so glad you live in my little corner of the world. And then the bookmark can go back on like that. And the other one I've made, this is very like Karen Titus's card. She did 3 on her YouTube channel, and this is using the Playing in the Rain stamp set. So rainy days are better with you. Because of you, I laugh a little harder, cry a little less, and smile a lot more. So I thought I'd carry on with the Playing in the Rain stamp set. So this is the stamp set from the mini catalogue, and there's a cute little bunny in it. So I've already actually stamped it in black memento, coloured it with blends pens, and then I actually cut it out using my cut and emboss machine and using the die that matches it. So this is a really fun set. And these are the dies. So they look like this and they go really well. They cut out the 3 characters. They've got a bridge, clouds, a tree stump. They've got grasses. They've got a kite, a separate kite, which has even the strings to go on the length of it, and another colour to go on the kite as well. So I'll just put those aside. So this video today is dedicated to one of my customers, Jenny Mackay, who's had a bad bout of flu and is still recovering. So I had a nice little chat with her this afternoon, and I just thought to cheer her up I would do this video. So I hope that you all enjoy it. So basically the measurements are, I've got them here if you want to do a screenshot. This is Mango Melody. This is the card base, which is 5 3/4 by 4 1/8. The designer series paper is from the Playing in the Rain designer series paper pack, and it's 5 1/2 by 3 7/8. And the square that you will need to actually do the corner part is 5 inches by 5 inches. I'll show you how to do that in a moment. And this piece, although I did cut it slightly smaller, but it should actually be basically 6 1/2 by 4, and I think it is 6 1/2. I haven't written it down there. I'm pretty sure it's 4 1/8, because then you can just use the length of the card for the 4 1/8, and that's the 6 1/2, and then scored at 3 1/4. But as I said, this one's a little bit small. And then you use the stylish shapes, which are 5 different circles. They've got squares as well, and they've also got sentiment shapes too. And basically this is the largest one, and this is the second largest one, because it's quite a large image to actually fit on top. And a little strip of designer series paper, small strip to go on the bottom. It could go like that, or I could have it like that to reflect the sky. I'll decide that at the end. So let's just start assembling the card. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'll just move that off screen. And here's the card base. It's not a folded card base, it's just a flat piece of cardstock. And I take my designer series paper and just stick that on so that it's even all the way around. Hopefully that is even. And then this piece is going to stick. Sadly, we're covering a lot of the flowers. I could have cut a little rectangle out that size and saved it if I'd wanted to, but that's going to go on there. Let's just put that to side one moment, and here is the piece of designer series papers. This is the Dainty Designs designer series paper, which was in celebration, 48 sheets of 12 by 12, fabulous paper. So the first thing you do is fold it over. So a little bit of origami here, fold it over so I'll just get it nice and even, hopefully I can, and it's still on screen. And do a nice, if you want your bulb, I do a nice firm crease, but you could use your bone folder if you wanted to, and then you fold it the other way. Again, try and get even and a nice firm crease. And then you're going to cut out one corner. So I'm just going to do this like this, cut straight up there. You could do this with your trimmer, obviously, if you wanted to, but I'm just going to eyeball it and cut straight up like that. And then the opposite corner to where you've actually cut it out, you're going to fold down like this into a triangle. Let's fold that down. Hopefully that's even. Now, I can choose whether I want it to be like that on the outside, or whether I want to be a little more subtle, which I think in this case I do, in which case I fold those two back like that. And I want it to be slightly more subtle, so I'm just going to fold that over. Hopefully that will fold a bit better. Just try and get that over like that. There we go. So now what to do, and I do need a little piece of ribbon to go in here. So I have actually a little bit of pale papaya here. This is the In Colour ribbon. I don't have Mango Melody ribbon, although there is a colour from last year's retired stock which you could use. But I've decided I'm going to use this pale papaya because I had it in my stash nearby. So this is going to stick here. So I'm just going to get my glue dots. And I'm just going to get my Take Your Pick tool and take off a glue dot and stick it on with the glue dot. So I'm just going to take off one of those and stick that in the centre. Probably put another one down. So these are the mini glue dots that are in the annual catalogue, and I'm going to put that down like that, and that should be just about right, hopefully. Yep, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of tear and tape to stick that bit down with. So I'm just going to put that down, hopefully you can see that, like that. Put the tear and tape across like that, and just peel it off, hopefully, without peeling the whole thing off. I just want the top of it to come off, obviously, and then I can just put some Tombow down for the rest of it and stick this on, and that's got my ribbon in place. Put my Tombow to one side, put it back in its little jar at the side there, and that's the piece. And then all I need to do now is to stick this piece together. So I've got my, I think my Stampin' seal, oh, it's not quite run out, it's all right, I've got some left. So I'm just going to take my Stampin' seal and put that like that. And there you go, that's the corner piece. Okay, so now this piece is going to go on like that. So I'm just going to take I can use my Stampin' seal for this. And put that down so that it's over the corner like that. And then I'm going to take my corner piece, which is just here, and put it over the corner. Probably I should have folded that back a bit, but I can always put something down there probably to correct it. And then this, I want to make sure that that's going to stick so that it will be like that. And then the rabbit is going to go on like that, looking very happy. So I just eyeball it basically, and make sure you don't put too much glue on, just that should be enough. You don't want it to go over the line, as it were. And then just check that, put that on like that. And then probably I will put my rabbit on some dimensionals. So I always have a good selection of mini and large dimensionals. So this one I think I'll use my large dimensionals. Put one there and then one there. Possibly just the corner piece. These side edge pieces are very useful to just put a little bit when you don't want a full dimensional. So I'll just take the backings off that, flick them to the side, and take my rabbit and put him on like that, and he looks very happy. So I did have, and I still have, a piece of now I've got to decide how I want to put this on, whether I want to put it like that or like that. So I think I want the blue showing. So just put some Tombow on the back like that, and I know it's a cloud, not in the sky, but I think it looks okay. And then I've chosen two stamps from two different stamp sets. One I've chosen that says you've got something to celebrate to go on the outside. That's going to go here. Hopefully that will fit there. And the other one says it's from this Best Family Ever stamp set, and it's a happy birthday. So let's get the memento ink out. And you've got something to celebrate. Let's hope that this will fit on. Okay. I'm going to put it just there. You've got something to celebrate. And that's worked out nicely. And then on the inside, open that up. Don't know why that's, whoops, that's stuck down there. And I'm just going to put on the inside a simple happy birthday. There we go. And both of those photopolymer stamps have stamped really nicely. So now I'm just going to put the little mini white card on top of the card base. Get that nice and even. You'll probably be able to tell if it's straight more than I can, but hopefully that's all right. So there's that bit stuck on, and then I'm going to take the little rabbit and put that on like that. So I did one for one of the deacons in our church. It was his 50th birthday celebration on Saturday, and I did it with a totally different stamp set with a retired paper that had trees on it, because obviously masculine, and then a fun little animal on the front as well. So he really appreciated that. So you give your card, you've got something to celebrate, and then... And so now I have got a very useful sticky remover to get rid of things like this, where a bit of glue has gone where you don't want it. There we go. And then you open it, happy birthday, and then they can just pull off the bookmark and have that to have as a bookmark. And you could give it to somebody with a card, and then with a book rather, so they can read the book and then have the bookmark to be able to use to find where they are in the book. So I hope you've enjoyed that. That's the card that we've just made. This is the one that's very similar, almost the same as the one that Karen Titus did. Rainy Days Are Better With You. You'll notice that this is larger, as is the rabbit one. The circle there is larger, and this one's smaller because this was cut out of the DSP. So use the size of circle that fits with the card that you're doing. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that video, and I hope that Jenny has a go at doing this card, because I know she's got the stamp set and actually the dies to go as well. Hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.